Okay. Now, see, the first and foremost thing is that you need to pay attention to this strategic management chapters very attentively. The reason is the this strategic management do not end at CA inter level itself, but at CA final you have interactive case studies. You have one paper 6 at CA final level, that is related with the case studies. Okay. And it was clearly mentioned that you require the subject knowledge of strategic management to answer those case studies. If you go through the prospectus released by ICAI for new scheme, you can clearly find there that the case studies paper, that is paper 6 of CA final, is related with strategic management. That means you require the basics of strategic management to understand the case studies that are given in that paper. Okay. So that is one caution I wanted to just bring to your notice. Of course, at the end of the day, everything will be in your hands. It is up to you. Okay. Whether you pay attention to the things or not, but this is the fact. So if you just think that this strategic management is one component in paper 6 of CA Inter, you are mistaken. That is not correct. This knowledge is helpful to you at CA final level also for paper 6. Okay. So please keep that in mind. Okay. Now, let's start with introduction to strategic management. So, generally it will be very good just to pay obedience or just to remember elders before starting anything. Likewise, let us remember and pay obedience to elders of strategic management. So these are all the major contributors of strategic management: Alfred D. Chandler, Igor Ansef, Peter F. Drucker, C.K. Prahlad, Michael Porter. Okay, let us pray to them before starting the subject so that their blessings will be of great help to us to understand the subject properly. Right? These are all definitely great thinkers. And the first man, Peter F. Drucker. Okay, he is considered to be the father of management. Okay, if you read Peter F. Drucker books, you will understand why he is considered to be the father of management. See, uh, in a simply knowing just for general knowledge, if someone asks you who is called as father of management, you can simply read it in a MCQ format, or you can simply read it like a fill in the blank, or you can simply read it like a sentence, and you can just tell Peter F. Drucker is considered to be the father of management. But why he is called as father of management? When will you know why he is called as father of management? You will know when you study Peter F. Drucker. I studied Peter F. Drucker. I read a book called Essential Drucker. And my recommendation to every one of you sitting here, definitely who are interested in becoming entrepreneurs, or who want to manage their life and business very well, the best book that they have to read is Essential Drucker. Okay, you can find it in Amazon also, the Essential Drucker. The best of 60 years of Peter Drucker's essential writings on management. I have read this book. I'm not boasting. I did not read any other book except this, written by Peter F. Drucker. Of course, Peter F. Drucker has written number of books. Almost on every topic. He has written a book on strategy. He has written a book on leadership. He has written a book on organization structure. He has written a book on organizational culture. Many things. But we don't have time, we don't have energy, we don't have enthusiasm to read all the books written by Peter F. Drucker. That is why I don't know who has compiled it, but someone has compiled this and has made this book called The Essential Drucker. That means the synopsis the gist of Peter F. Drucker's teachings, the gist of Peter F. Drucker's greatness, you can find in this book, The Essential Drucker. So, who are those of you who are interested in reading good books, and especially those of you who want to know about how to run a business, how to manage a business, how to manage an organization successfully, this is the first book you have to read, that is The Essential Drucker. Then you will understand by reading every sentence in that book called Essential Drucker, you will understand why Peter F. Drucker is called as father of management. He will take you to the next level. You will be mesmerized, you will be surprised, you will be flabbergasted by looking at what he is telling. While reading Essential Drucker, many times I saluted in my heart to Peter F. Drucker. How great you are. Because he's thinking about management, he's thinking about the organization. Superb, fantastic it is. So, any one of you who are interested, please get that book, and at least in your lifetime, before you, especially I'm telling you, if you want to manage a business, or if you want to become a very good manager, okay, if you want to manage teams, if you want to manage your startup in future, don't forget to read Essential Drucker. Extraordinary book it is. Okay. So that is the greatness of Peter F. Drucker. See, if you just look at the Peter F. Drucker quotes, you will understand how brilliant he is. Okay. If you want something new, you have to stop doing something old. Okay. This is a brilliant quote from Peter F. Drucker. Culture eats strategy for lunch. We have this in our subject also. We have in our subject, we discuss about organizational culture, because many companies, many people, they make strategy and they want their strategy to work well for their business. See, why do you make a strategy? You make a strategy so that you want to become successful. Okay. So, but Peter F. Drucker is giving a warning. Culture eats strategy for lunch. Superb, very brilliant. And you will understand it after the culture has eaten away your strategy. Then you will understand that culture eats strategy for lunch. What do you mean by that? What's the meaning of that quote? Of course, you don't know. Right now, you may not know what is strategy, what is culture of an organization. But you can understand that if even though your strategy is very good in your organization, but if your organization is having a bad culture, a wrong culture, then your strategies will not work. So, strategy should be supported by the culture of your organization. But many people mistakenly think that if we have a good strategy, definitely we will get successful in business. No. If you want your strategy to be executed, your organization should have a very good culture. Okay. Otherwise, culture eats strategy for lunch. Then all your strategies will be waste. See, likewise, very brilliant quotes you can find from Peter F. Drucker. You see this? The most effective way to manage change is to create it. Okay. Likewise, you can find very brilliant. See how brilliant it is. Don't try to innovate for the future, innovate for the present. This is about Peter F. Drucker. Any of you who are interested, you can read Essential Drucker. That is enough. And if you are much more interested and if you want to enjoy, you can read individual books written by Peter F. Drucker. But Essential Drucker is enough. It is a compendium of all his best writings. Okay. And Igor Ansef, he is called as father of strategic management. All these are fathers only. Okay. Peter F. Drucker is father of management. Igor Ansef is father of strategic management. You can read Igor Ansef also. You will find his brilliance. Okay. And likewise, Alfred D. Chandler. There is a great discussion in our subject, in the subject of strategic management, whether structure follows a strategy or strategy follows a structure, that you will learn in the upcoming lessons. So, Alfred Chandler tells that strategy should follow the structure. And for many American companies, he is the consultant. Alfred D. Chandler is a consultant for many American companies, and he has given strategies for those American companies to become successful. And already I told you about C.K. Prahlad. Okay. So, Coimbatore or Chidambaram, I don't remember. C.K. Prahlad. So, yes, you can, if you are interested, you can read the book written by C.K. Prahlad, that is The Bottom of the Pyramid. His theory is Bottom of the Pyramid, and he has written a book called The Bottom of the Pyramid. Then you will understand how to study the market, how to reach the target customer. And these two are close friends. Michael Porter and C.K. Prahlad are close friends. They used to work in Harvard. Right now, Michael Porter is working in Harvard. And Michael Porter is called as the father of competitive advantage. Actually, C.K. Prahlad died at an young age. He slipped from a swimming pool, or while exercising, he slipped and he died on the spot. Otherwise, he used to live for longer years, and we used to get lot of knowledge, but we are somewhat unlucky. We lost C.K. Prahlad at an early age. But C.K. Prahlad is such a intelligent that he has changed the life of companies like Procter and Gamble, Hindustan Unilever, ITC in our country. So you can read about C.K. Prahlad, and the best one to read about is Michael Porter. See, Michael Porter is very famous, and we study a very important question, that is a guarantee question. Even in November attempt also a question is given, Michael Porter's 5 forces model of competition analysis. If you study that Michael Porter's 5 forces model of competition analysis, you will be spellbound. How people get this kind of ideas? How people can think like this? Why can't we think like that? You will definitely have a spellbound experience after listening to Michael Porter's 5 forces model of competition analysis in a market. Till now, many people are trying to add one more force to the Michael Porter's 5 forces, but no one could do it, because he has given those 5 forces in a very comprehensive way, so that no one can add a sixth force. See, generally how theories will be? How theories will be? One person said economics is for welfare. Another person came and told, no, it is wealth. Another person told, no, it is a study of scarcity. Okay. And another person came and told, no, it is about growth. You have different definitions for economics. Likewise, Michael Porter said, if you want to study the competition in the market, you need to study 5 forces. But many people have tried to add one more, but they failed. That is what I'm telling you. Why they failed? Even though if I say 6, that 6 is included in the 5 only. There is no need of 6. And someone comes with 8. But that extra 3, if you study deeply, they are included in this 5 only. That is the greatness of Michael Porter's theory. Very brilliant man, Michael Porter. And if you want to know about strategy, instead of listening from me, or you can directly listen from Michael Porter. Okay. He has written a document. He has made a document called What is Strategy? So you have a HBR. Harvard Business Review is the best business magazine in the world. So you can download the old copies, archival copies of Harvard Business Review. So you find the best content. So what is strategy? For starters, it is not same as operational effectiveness by Michael E. Porter. So this is the article written by Michael E. Porter. So this, if you download it in PDF, it will be a 14-page document. So if you go through this document, you will clearly understand what strategy is not. See, if you want to understand anything, you should understand is in a negative way. Negative understanding is the best understanding. Negative understanding means what? Instead of knowing what is strategy, if you try to know what strategy is not or what not is a strategy, then it is very easy for you to understand what is strategy. Do you understand? For example, if I have a disease, doctor tells me not to eat this, not to eat this, not to eat this. That is best way, so that I'll understand what I can eat. Likewise, instead of knowing what is strategy, if you know what is not strategy, then you will clearly understand what is strategy. That is the approach followed by Michael Porter. In this 14 pages document, he will never say anything about strategy, but he says what not is a strategy, what is not a strategy. So if you go through all of that, some people may think operational effectiveness is strategy, but Michael Porter says operational effectiveness is not strategy. Some people say that planning is a strategy. Michael Porter says planning is not strategy. So likewise, he condemns everything what is not a strategy. So then what is strategy? Strategy is something which is not all of this. So it is something more. In that way he will tell. So that is that you can enjoy. Or if you want what he said, you have a wonderful video in YouTube.
If we're going to have a good strategy, we've got to think clearly about what strategy is. And we've got to separate strategy from the other kind of goals and objectives and issues that managers often think about. On this slide are really the big three mistakes in terms of defining strategy. Mistake number one. My strategy is to internationalize. I hear that kind of thing all the time. My strategy is to consolidate my industry. My strategy is to ramp up my R&D budget. My strategy is to outsource more of my production. Is that a strategy? No. Those are steps that your organization may want to take. They may be good steps. They may be appropriate steps. They aren't a strategy. The strategy is what unique position will we be able to achieve? What's our advantage going to be at the end of the day?
Actually, that is a very long video. Just it is a clip of 1 minute. If you search, you will find the complete video of his definition for strategy. So that is about Michael Porter. So likewise, there are very good strategists, and I want to introduce one more strategist to you. See, why I am telling all this? See, every one of you sitting here may not be interested in that. And I also don't want every one of you to become great thinkers. But at least one of you might be interested, or at least this information might be helpful to at least one of you, so that that one may become a great thinker or a great entrepreneur that the country wants. So we don't know who becomes what. But as a teacher, if you refer to the dictionary, who is a teacher? He is a disseminator of information. Our duty is to make you inform, make you know. And it is up to you whether you know it or not. But we need to unleash. Whether you use it or not, that will be up to you. I'll introduce one more person. Professor Ramcharan. Okay. So He's a man who has guided companies like GE, who has guided companies like Standard Chartered, who has guided companies like many Delta Airlines, many American companies, many Indian companies. He was the strategist. He was the consultant. So he has written a lot of books: Leading Through Inflation, The Digital Leader, Talent, Harsh Realities. So strategy. He has written a book on strategy. Okay, rethink. So the thing is, you can download all these books if you want. You can search and you can easily get all these books. Of course, I have read only one book written by this Ram Charan. I did not read all the books. Okay, so he's a great man, and you can listen to his lectures again in YouTube. Professor Ram Charan's lectures, fantastic inputs he will give you.
Did you know that learning Microsoft Power BI can be the smartest move to make in your career right?
First, I want to thank you to give me this opportunity from EU. And the announcement is they're going to have a regulation for the garment industry that they are going to be responsible.
So who are the people who have attended that conference? They are all the CEOs of the companies. Okay.
For excess inventory, and that the garment used by the consumer, what happens to it? One of the very large garment manufacturer had anticipated that. It is causing a discontinuity and permanent break in the model. What is it?
So that's all for today. If you are interested, you just pursue. I have just shown the path. It is up to you whether you travel in that path or not. Okay. But definitely, if you read Peter F. Drucker, if you read Michael Porter, if you read Ram Charan, definitely you will be on the next plane of thinking. Your thinking will get a new dimension. You will know how to think, how to decipher the things, how to study the society, how to study the environment, how to study the customer, how to make a strategy, how to think about business. These all things you will understand. So anyhow, that's a good start. Just remembering the elders and major contributors to the field of strategic management. Now, why a chartered accountant should study strategic management? With the increased competition, the management of business has acquired strategic dimension. All executives and professionals, including the CAs working towards growth of their businesses, must possess sound knowledge of strategic management. Who told that? Your ICAI told. I told you. Why ICAI? Many people thought in the new syllabus SM also will not be there. But it is not just like inky pinky ponky style of choosing the things. Okay. They strongly felt that the chartered accountant should have a sound knowledge of strategic management. Why? Because what is the vision of ICAI? The vision of ICAI is ICAI wants to make all of you to be a world-class competent professionals. Competent world-class professionals in 5 major areas. What are the 5 major areas? Accounting, taxation, finance, auditing, and the last one is consultancy services. Consultancy services means what? Not simple tax consultancy. Now your chartered accountants, even in one of the documents of ICAI has clearly distinguished that once upon a time, before LPG in India, chartered accountants used to play a key role in the back rooms of the company. But after LPG, chartered accountants are playing a key role in the boardrooms. There is a lot of difference between back room and boardroom. Actually, chartered accountants need not have any work in the boardroom. What is boardroom? What happens in a boardroom? Decisions are taken. So actually, chartered accountants used to sit in the back office, okay, calculating all the things, making balance sheets, auditing the things. So their main adda is back office. But now they have changed their adda to boardrooms. So if you want to sit in a boardroom, what is required? Do you think that the knowledge of simple accounting, knowledge of costing, knowledge of taxation is just enough for you to sit in the boardroom? No. In boardrooms, all these affairs are not discussed, man. In boardroom, what is discussed? In boardroom, the future of the company is discussed, the market is discussed, the consumer tastes and preferences are discussed, the competitor strategies are discussed, the growth potential of the company is discussed. These all things are discussed in the boardroom. So if you want to actively and enthusiastically participate in the discussions of the boardroom, what knowledge you need to have? You need to definitely have the knowledge of strategic management. That is the intention of ICAI to have a subject called strategic management in the CA inter syllabus. Should understand all of this. Even after listening to all of this, if you simply say, even after listening to all of this, if you simply say, sir, SM 40 marks, 40 or 50? SM 50 marks. Sir, what are the important questions? Last time in November attempt, what questions are given? In May attempt, which questions will be given? Okay, may God bless you. Okay. You have been given a wonderful thing in your hand and you don't know how to use it. You are thinking that it is you have been given a wonderful diamond. You don't know the value of it. You are thinking that it is a stone. Okay, use it like a stone. Okay. Because your destiny is like that. What I can do. Okay. You don't know that you are holding a diamond in your hand. You are thinking that it is a stone and you are using it as a stone. Okay, it's up to you. But if you realize and if you try to know the real value of it, then you can enjoy the beauty of it. So anyway, right. Now what Michael Porter said, the company without a strategy is willing to try anything. Superb, fantastic. See, after listening this kind of sentences, I don't know about you, but for me, I strongly feel no dinner is required tonight because belly full. What a sentence it is. The company without a strategy is willing to try anything. That means what? Even in our personal life also the same thing. A person without an objective is ready to do anything. See, tonight if you don't have any objective, for example, tonight I am talking, not tomorrow or day after tomorrow or future, just tonight. You are simply sitting and your friend pinged you, your friend sent you a message. What ra? What doing? Come out. Then you will go out and do all nonsense because you don't have any objective and eagerly waiting who will scratch me, and someone will scratch you. Okay, you will definitely go with him. But if you have an objective, see, some students, they have a lot of problem. Sir, I want to listen, but my fellow student is disturbing me. It is not the problem of your fellow student. It is exactly and absolutely the problem of you only. Okay. If you are like a burning log of fire, no one will touch you. But you will be like a small fire, okay, which is a bit, an iota of fire is there in you. And someone will come and say, so totally the fire is lit off and they'll catch you and use you. But if you are like a burning log of fire, no one will try to, okay. And even if someone come and say that fire will become more. So everything is within you. Don't say, my friend, I want to listen to the lesson. My friend is spoiling me. You have given him the chance to spoil. You don't have objective. So likewise, see how beautifully Michael Porter said, the company without a strategy is willing to try anything. Yes. See, if you have a strategy, you will have a direction. You will move in that direction. You will not look sides. So you will have a focus and you will try to move in that way. But if you don't have a strategy, what happens? today something seems to be great, so you move in that direction. Tomorrow something other seems to be great, then you move in that direction. And your competitor is doing something, you will do that. And your son came from America and told, Dad, in America companies do like this, so you will also do that. And finally you do all nonsense. You make a hodgepodge in your company and you do all nonsense, and finally you will reach nowhere. That why you are doing all these things? Why you are tempted to do everything? Because you don't have a focus, you don't have a vision, you don't have a mission, you don't have a strategy. So if you have a vision, because these three words are very important in our subject: vision, mission and strategy. So if you have a vision, if you have a mission, and if you have a strategy, you will not do everything. See, to become successful, you need not do everything. Do you know that? For example, you want to get success in exams and you have 4 friends, and one friend is preparing in one way, another friend is preparing in another way, and another friend is preparing in another way. And for you to become successful, you need not follow all the 4 ways. You need to devise your own way, and you have to move forward and constantly and continuously check whether you have efficiency and effectiveness in what you are doing. See, actually, the rules, logics, they are very simple. But out of our ignorance, we make them very complex. We make life very complex because the human mind always likes complex things only. Complex things only. We don't want simple things. And we don't want to have things very simple. We want very complex things. Really. For example, if I have a disease, I'm feeling very bad about that disease. I'm having a lot of discomfort about that disease, and I went to see a doctor. Doctor has prescribed just one pill a day. Likewise, you use it 5 days. Then I'll get a suspicion whether this doctor is a good doctor or not. So I have this much of discomfort, this much of pain, and this fellow is writing only one tablet a day, and that too 5 days. Will it go? So my mind says, "Arey, it is better you take second opinion in the next gully. Another doctor is there. Let us go there." And I'll go to the next gully. Another doctor. He has written 5 types of medicines. Then my mind will be satisfied because I have a big problem. No, for big problem only one tablet. No, no. Is the treatment so simple? No, complex we want. 5 tablets daily, 3 times. Umasa, samosa. We want all that. We want to use it 3 times a day. And only tablets also we are bored. We need to have one tonic, one injection, one tablet. And again, in tablets, all tablets also, it is a problem. We need to have a capsule. We need to have a tablet. Oh Lord, then we feel very happy. I have a large disease, a lot of discomfort, and medications are also very good. So now you will feel so confident. The human psychology is that we always want complex. Okay. So anyway, coming back, if you don't have a strategy, okay, you will be like a white paper. Everyone will come and write something on it, and everyone will try to make advantage of you, take advantage of you. But if you have a strategy, you will follow that strategy. You will move forward using that strategy so that no one will touch you. And this is equally important in your personal life also. That is why Swami Vivekananda says, a person with an objective commits 5,000 mistakes, whereas a person without an object commits 50,000 mistakes. So you can refer to that. A person with an objective commits 5,000 mistakes, whereas a person without an objective commits 50,000 mistakes. What is the meaning of that? What's the meaning of that? can you tell me the meaning of that? That is a realistic quote. See, even though you have an objective, sometimes you make mistakes. But if you don't have objective at all, then whatever you do will become a mistake. See, there are two types of mistakes in life, man. One is a normal mistake, and the second one is a costly mistake. Okay, we can do normal mistakes. Okay, no problem with the normal mistake. Okay. No problem with the normal mistake, but the problem is with the costly mistakes. See, even a company is having a strategy, even a company is having a plan, even a company is having a vision. Sometimes they may commit some mistakes. They may make some mistakes. But definitely those mistakes will not be costly mistakes. But if you don't have a vision, if you don't have a strategy, you will definitely and unknowingly make costly mistakes. Sometimes how much costly it is? It costs your entire company. It and you need to be very careful while managing the companies. Why? If you are managing a public limited company, if you are strategizing for a public limited company, you need to be utmost responsible. Am I right or not? Because you are managing people's money. Am I right? Public money, investors' money. So you need to be very careful. You need to be very honest. You need to have a lot of integrity. And you need to think very wise. Because you are not playing with your money. You are playing with the public money. So that is the thing you need to understand. And Henry Minchberg, he belongs to Canada. And he is also a great strategist. What he is telling, strategy is not the consequence of planning, but the opposite. It is the starting point. Depending on strategy, you need to plan. Not strategy is not the consequence of planning. Some people say, I have a plan, and to execute that plan, I have a strategy. No. You should have a strategy, and to execute that strategy, you need to plan. That is what Henry Menschberg said. Of course, many of you, not many of you, all of you may not understand this right now at this moment, but after completion of the subject, you will definitely understand the meaning of it. That is why, for example, if the company without a strategy is willing to try anything by Michael Porter. Every one of you may not enjoy that quotation. Every one of you may not take that to your heart and enjoy it, but I can do it because I know about it. So once the subject gets completed, then you can enjoy that saying. The company without a strategy is willing to try anything. But at now, I can clearly tell you, if you don't have a strategy, if you don't have an objective in your personal life, you are ready to do anything. You are ready to do anything means what? See, that's what simply I told you. Tonight, I have some important work. I have decided I want to complete a particular chapter or I want to read something. Then, if my friend scratches me, okay, what I'll say? See, many students, sir, I don't have the power to say no. I don't have the power to say no. My friend is constantly pinching me. Arre, Rara, come. Come out. Then how I cannot say no. Sir, how can I get the power of saying no? Okay. See, the power of saying no comes from your strategy. The power of saying no comes from your objective. If you have a very strong objective, and if you really die for your objective, if you really want to achieve as per your objective, then automatically, without your intention, automatically, without your knowledge, the power of no comes from you. And you can strongly affirm and you can strongly say no to anything in this world. That is the power of having an objective. That is what Swami Vivekananda also said. If you have an objective, you will commit less number of mistakes in your life. If you don't have any objective in life, objective means you need to have objective every day, every moment. If your objective is to listen to this particular class, and if your friend is poking you, if your friend is pinching you, if your friend is scratching you, you can definitely say, alright, don't disturb me. Why you could not say? Why you could not say? Because you're not having such a serious objective. You are just looking forward to waste the time, and your friend added fuel to the fire, and both of you are simply doing nonsense in the class. Right now, some students are doing, I don't want to point out them. Okay, right now, some students are doing that because there may be some reasons. Maybe some problem with my language, they could not understand my dirty English. Okay, that is their problem. They are bored. Okay, they don't find any enthusiasm, they don't find anything new. Okay, so lot number of reasons, right? Right, anyway, coming to the basics of strategy, explain about the term management. To understand the concept of strategic management, we need to have a basic understanding of the term management. And I think we already have some basic understanding about management. Am I right or not? So it is used with reference to a key group in an organization in charge of its affairs. In relation to an organization, management is the chief organ entrusted with the task of making it a purposeful and productive entity. By undertaking the task of bringing together and integrating the disorganized resources of manpower, money, material, technology, which are then combined into a functioning whole. Beautifully said. What did he say? Management is an important organ or chief organ in a business. There should be management for every business. What this management do? This management brings organization in disorganization. That means this management brings together people, money, resources, plans. It is management which brings all these things together and make them work for the organization and make the organization into a successful organization. So, management should be there. If there is no management, there will be no accountability. Am I right or not? If your father gives you 100 rupees and if your father never asks you, what you did with that 100 rupees, there are more chances that you misuse that 100 rupees. But if you have a sense in your mind, tonight my father asks what you have done with that 100 rupees, then at least there will be some good utility for that 100 rupees, because at least you have that guilty sense that if my father asks, I should say. Am I right or not? In the same way, a management should be there in the organization. For what? To ask. To ask people what you did today. See, allotted hours are there for this lesson. And Prakash sir asks me, if I cross the allotted hours, he'll ask me. That should be there. I should not say allotted hours is restricting me, otherwise I can explore more, I can explore deeper. That is not required, right? Because we have a greater objective that students should find lot of time to prepare the subject and write the examination and get qualified in CA Inter. So for that reason, accountability should be there. You went for 1 hour class, how much you have taught? These are the allotted hours for this class, how many you have used? This type of accountability should be there. If accountability is not there, what happens? I can teach this entire first lesson and people like me who have who can say lot of nonsense. Okay, I can teach this entire lesson for one entire year. I have that much of stuff in me. I can teach. Not only me, anyone can do that. But ultimately you will lose a lot. So there should be someone in the organization to ask me, sir, what you did? How many hours you are taking? Why you are taking those many hours? If no one is there for me to ask like that, then my madness will know no boundaries. I'll cross the boundaries. My madness crosses the boundaries and I'll teach all nonsense and feel that it is a great thing. Finally, what happens? So the same is the case with business organizations also. There should be someone to ask. There should be someone to question. There should be someone to direct. There should be someone to organize. There should be someone to plan. There should be someone to motivate. Who is that someone? That someone is the management of the company. So what the management do? The management will, see how beautifully it is said, by undertaking the task of bringing together and integrating the disorganized resources. See, in this world, everything is disorganized only. People don't like organizing. People want disorganized. You don't want your room to be organized. putting the things where you have taken them. No. Throwing chappals like this, throwing books like this. We like disorganization very much. So there should be a strict father, or there should be a strict mother, or there should be a strict warden to make you organized. And that is management. To bring organization among disorganization. If that management is not there, it is not as an organization. Am I right? So that is one meaning of the word management. The term management is also used with reference to a set of interrelated functions and processes carried out. And these functions are planning, organizing. I need not explain that. Why? Already we have explained what is. I told you, if you ever come across the word management, what you should understand, management is not a single word. It is a collective word of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. Next. Explain the evolution and importance of business policy. Actually, this is a self-study question, but I want to just reflect on this question a little bit. There was a story behind this. Business policy was first introduced in where? Harvard Business School in 1911. The earlier name of SM, strategic management, is business policy. Even today in some Usmania University and in some other universities, instead of strategic management, they have a subject called business policy. And what they teach in that business policy, what you are learning in strategic management, they teach the same thing in that business policy. Of course, strategic management word became popular in 1960s or 70s. Till then, the word business policy is used. But now I wanted to tell you why this subject was introduced in business studies called business policy. It's very simple. See, in this world, Harvard University is the top rated university for learning business. If you ever wanted to study business studies, which is the best place? Of course, there are several best places, like you can go for Wharton, you can go for Kellogg's, you can go for London School of Economics, you can go for INSEAD school in Singapore, and these are all the famous institutes offering very good management education. But Harvard always rates top. Okay, any new innovation, any new syllabus will start from Harvard only. And how this business policy subject started? Let me tell you. During 1908 and 1907, Harvard University professors made a survey. What survey they made? Many students used to study at Harvard, and people who have studied at Harvard, generally they don't become employees, they become employers. Do you understand? See, for example, at least some 50% of the people who studies at IIMs in our country, they don't want to become employees, rather they want to become entrepreneurs. They want to start something on their own. Likewise, many people, at least 80% of the people who study at Harvard, instead of working somewhere, they do something on their own. They start some business on their own. So they made a survey among all these people who studied at Harvard and started the business. Actually, while starting the survey, these professors were very happy, very enthusiastic, and they expected a positive reply from all these people. But to their surprise, they got a negative feedback from all the ex-students of Harvard who have studied management at Harvard. Okay. So one professor went to one businessman and he asked, "Hey, what Harvard taught you? What we have taught at Harvard, is it helpful to you in your business?" And that fellow said, "What use, sir? You taught me marketing management. That's fine, good. I understood about marketing and all. You taught me financial management. That is also good, fantastic, fabulous. I could able to manage my finances. Okay. You taught me accounting. You taught me costing. You taught me HR management. You taught me supply chain management. Okay. You taught me several other things. But those are all parts. Marketing is one part. HR is one part. FM is one part. But in real life, When I face a problem, that problem consists of all these things at a time. All these things at a time. You never taught me how to take my business to the next level. You always taught me how to deal with the market. That is fine. You taught me how to manage the existing finances. That is fine. See, that is why at CA inter level you have financial management. At CA final level you have strategic financial management. What is the difference? Why can't they say advanced FM? Why can't they say advanced financial management? There is a lot of difference between strategic financial management and financial management. Right now, what you are studying, you are simply studying financial management of the current year or the coming years. How to make an investment, you are learning about capital budgeting and all right now. But strategic financial management means in the coming 10 years, I want to expand my company. How should I procure the finances? What are the best ways of procuring the finances? Whether bonds are the best way, or stocks are the best way, or derivatives are the best way, primary market is the best way, or the secondary market is the best way. Those all things will be taught at final level. Strategic financial management. Right now, you are not studying about the strategic finances management. You are studying about normal financial management. So likewise, the people complained, sir, you taught us how to manage the market. You taught us how to manage but you never taught us how to see things as a whole. See, marketing professor comes to the class and tells, right, entire life is marketing. Without marketing, nothing is there. He leaves the class. Now HR person comes and he creates a scene that entire world is HR. He leaves the class. Okay, FM sir comes. He tells, Financial, dhanam moolam idam jagat. Financial management. Okay. He tells and goes. But this fellow is perplexed, who is listening to the class. And he thought entire thing is FM, entire thing is marketing, entire thing is HR, and he started business. But the business gives him a different picture. It is just like in medicine, we will have general medicine doctors. General medicine doctor knows something about everything. See, this world wants people who know something about everything. We don't want specialists, we want generalists in business. Always there is a discussion between generalists and specialists. In SM, that question is also a very important question. Generalist and specialist. A specialist cannot think in a broader way because he is a specialist, no? He knows something very deep. But what is required in the general management of business? For example, if I want to sit in the chairman chair, or if I want to sit in the chair of a CEO, what knowledge I require? I require the knowledge of marketing, I require the knowledge of finance, I require the knowledge of HR, and above all, I require the knowledge of the society to run my business. So that understanding the society, understanding the competitor, understanding the business environment is never taught at Harvard till 1911. They only taught marketing, HR, finance, that's all. Then these professors, after making a thorough survey, they understood what? Yes, we are missing one very important subject. We are not teaching that subject to the students. That's why students are facing problems when they start the business. What is that subject? We are not teaching the subject to understand the business environment and to make decisions according to the business environment. We are not teaching this subject. That is the problem. That is why students could not understand the entire picture of business properly. Then all the professors sat together and they named a new subject called business policy. To teach what? To teach the general management knowledge to the students. To teach about the business environment to the students. But naming a subject is very easy. What should be the syllabus? What should be the first chapter? What should we teach? Now you will say business environment first chapter, sir. Vision, mission, second chapter, sir. Now you can say in 2023. But first time, no one taught that subject. First time, 1911. What should be the subject? Okay. Who will teach that subject? Marketing professor, if you give marketing professor, again he will teach marketing only. So then they, you know what they did? Instead of professors teaching that subject, every Saturday they used to call one business person, one CEO of the company, one chairman of the company, or one head of a business. They used to call and ask them to give seminars. Asked them to give seminars and lectures. What seminars? Sir, you please tell what problems you faced while doing your business. Okay. And professors also used to sit in the class along with students and they used to write notes. Like that, they did it for 4 years. Every Saturday, one business person, one businessman comes and delivers his experiences. That's all. No, write down the definition. No, not like that. What are the advantages? Not like that. Just he used to share his experiences. So by 4 years they have done all that, and finally they prepared a syllabus. And that is how the word business policy, the subject business policy came. And that's subject business policy was later copied by other universities slowly, and later on it has changed its name into another word called strategic management, and right now you are studying that. That is how. That is the greatness of strategic management. This strategic management is definitely required by the business, because by studying strategic management you will get the complete picture of the business, because we want complete picture. Okay, we want complete picture. That is why right now in India we directly go to specialists, but in US first of all you need to go to a general physician, because it is general physician who will have knowledge of every component of your body. For example, if you go to ophthalmologist, he will only look at your eyes. If you go to nephrologist, he will only look at your kidneys, and he is not bothered about your nerves. The nerves around the kidneys, he is not bothered. Bones, he is not bothered. But a general physician knows something about everything. That is called generalist. And finally, one, I know I have crossed 2 minutes, but 1 more minute. I'll tell you. Once upon a time, in IAS course also, specialized subjects used to be more. But now, they also changed. A collector should not have specialized knowledge. For example, I am specialized in chemistry and I qualified IAS and I became a collector. But basically, I am a chemist. I am having a lot of chemistry knowledge only. But being a collector, what kind of duties I have to discharge? Chemistry duties? No. I need to understand what is society, the government, the psychology of the people. That's why, the UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, they have changed the syllabus. Today, for 1200 marks, general studies. 1200 marks, general studies. General studies means what? Some chemistry, some physics, some sociology, some biology, some botany, all some. Jack of all. Once upon a time people used to say, "Arey, he's a jack of all trades and master of none." But today, you should not be like that. You should be jack of all and you should be master of one. You should be master of one. But you should not say, "Sir, I only know accounts. I don't know how to make upma." No. You should know how to make upma as well as balancing the balance sheet. Both are required. If you only know balance sheet, if no one is there at home and if there is a lockdown, okay, every raw material is there in your home and you don't know how to make upma, can you survive? You don't know CPR. All of a sudden your friend collapsed due to some problem. And you know the costing, Rowan's plan, all FIFO, LIFO, all. But can you save your friend if you don't know CPR? And you simply say, "Sir, CPR is medical stuff. Why I should learn cardiac pulmonary resuscitation, CPR?" No, you should learn. You should know something about everything, man, to become a great man. Please try to understand. At least from today, try to be in that mindset. You should know something about everything. Then no one can stop you. But many people, there will be one person. He knows a lot of knowledge about cars, but don't know how to make upma. Don't know first aid. If he got his finger cut, he don't know what to do. Then do you think that your in-depth knowledge of cars will save your finger? No. But your basic knowledge about first aid will definitely save your finger. Am I right or not? So that is strategic management. Strategic management will tell you something about everything in the business. Not everything about something. No. Something about everything. So from today, you should also become like that. You should know something about everything. Okay?